Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kailav Beauty YouTube channel. My name is Kaya and I am actually the co-founder of Kailav. My sister Tara and I started Kailav in May of 2020, and so we've been around for about 2 years now, which is so crazy because we're literally just two girls who had a dream of creating a makeup brand that celebrated color and self-expression and creativity, and here we are. It's been very gratifying, been a very crazy journey, but anyway, without getting too much into the brand journey right off the bat, today I want to create a really beautiful, fun, kind of romantic, flirty, dreamy look using our Rococo palette. This is honestly my favorite palette that we've ever come out with because, I mean, hello, look at it. It's just stunning. When we were creating this palette, we had so much fun developing the colors because, as you can see, it's kind of a pastel color story. And so for that reason, the colors don't swatch the best, but they build up so nicely with your fingertips or with a brush. But my favorite shades are obviously like the pinky shades and the purple shades. I have brown eyes and I think brown eyes look so good in like warm pinks and beautiful, cool purples. I think it's so beautiful and just like really girly and really flattering. So I'm excited to dig into this palette and show you guys my favorite go-to look. So my eyes are already primed. I have this palette. This is actually a brand new palette that I pulled out because my Rococo palette that I have been using for the past year is super beat up and very ugly because I use it all the time. So I wanted to pull out a very beautiful fresh one for y'all to enjoy. So my eyes are already primed. I like priming my eyes with just like a normal light colored concealer. I just like to pat it on top of my eyes just to create an even canvas for whatever eyeshadow that I go in for. So my dress is pink, so I think I'm gonna not do pink and I'm actually going to do a really pretty purple look instead using these colors right here in the palette. I might dip into Frivolity. This shade right here, Frivolity, is my absolute favorite shade in the whole palette. I use it all the time. It's such an amazing, just like beautiful rose gold shade. I think it's just so stunning. I mean, look at it. So to begin, I'm actually going to dip into kind of a neutral color because I want to add some dimension to my crease. So I'm going to dip into Courtship, which is like a really pretty kind of like warm fawn color. And I'm gonna start to kind of buff that into my crease a little bit. I'm really placing this like super light, not getting super crazy, not going very intense. The whole look that I'm going for is like very like dreamy, kind of angelic, very romantic. So now I'm going to go into Infatuation, which is like such a fun like bubblegum cotton candy type color. And I'm gonna start to add that to my crease. Basically what I'm doing is just like adding a lot of warmth and dimension to mainly the outer crease area. So now using a slightly denser brush, I'm gonna pick up the shade Joyous, which is, okay, I know I said Frivolity was my favorite color, but Joyous is so unlike anything I've ever used before. Like I've tried to use other pastel purples and other palettes and none of them compare to this one. I just couldn't find something that looked really flattering and not like too icy or too ashy on my skin tone. Joyous is like the perfect amount of warmth, but it's still a true pastel purple. It's so pretty. So now I'm gonna start mapping out the shape of what I wanna do. Now I do want it to be a little bit of a wing because I have almond shaped eyes and I think it looks really flattering when it is a little bit winged out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start mapping that shape out a little bit. Do you see how pigmented that is? And I'm even gonna start bringing it on the lid a little bit. I think for the lid, I'm going to use Royal, which is kind of like a purpley blue shimmer. What are y'all doing for Valentine's Day? I'm not actually sure what I'm doing. I made reservations for this really cool speakeasy here in Austin. Very hush hush and very secret, as speakeasies tend to be, but I'm really excited because I've been there once before with some friends. But I am going with my fiance and some of our other friends, and I'm just really excited because the vibes in there are like so cool. It has like a starlit ceiling and all the drinks are really pretty and very Instagrammable, but I don't think you can take photos in there. So as you can see, kind of like a V shape right here. And I'm gonna leave this eye as it is. I'm gonna work on the other one for now. I think a lot of times when you look at a colorful palette like this, it's very easy to feel intimidated, but we actually structure the palettes in a very easy to use way in the sense that the quads all go together. Well, this one is a little crazy, but the quads mostly go together, which I think makes it a little bit less intimidating when you're like looking at a really colorful palette like this one. So this is like the quad that I'll be using today, and I lied. I said I was gonna be sticking to the purpley shades, but Frivolity is my absolute favorite shade. I have to use it just to show you how stunning it is. So I will be dipping into Frivolity a little bit. So now I'm gonna start to deepen up the outer corner with that same pastel purple shade Joyous, and I'm gonna start bringing it a little more into the inner corner. Okay, so now I'm pretty happy with the shape of how it's looking. I like to do my eyeshadow in stages, so I'll map it out and then I'll start adding shimmer to the lids, and then if I want to deepen out the outer V, I will. If I don't want to, I don't have to. So you could use like a flat brush for this, but personally, I just like using my fingertips, so I'm gonna dip into the shade Royal right here, which, can we just take a moment? Wow. I'm gonna start pressing that on the outer corner and kind of like the middle of my lid. So now I'm gonna go back in with that shade Joyous, just because I wanna blend out the edge of the shimmer and the matte shade a little bit. Just very lightly blending, blurring the edges. Now I'm gonna take a different finger and I'm gonna dip into Frivolity, and I'm gonna apply this on the inner part of my lid. And I'm gonna kind of just like melt them together. Dude, like what I tell you is just like the perfect shade. This really does look like a cotton candy sunset. Now using the brush again, I'm just gonna run over the edge really lightly just so that there isn't too much shimmer in my crease. Now, to be honest, I do want to deepen out the outer V of my eye, so I'm going to grab kind of like a packing brush like this and go into Romance, which is beautiful, deep, deep plummy purple color. And very carefully, because this is quite pigmented, I'm going to stamp it on the outer V. Now we're just gonna blend out those edges. And I feel like I lost a bit of that royal color on my lid, so I'm just gonna tap back in really quick and just reapply it super fast. I really love the contrast of like this more like icy blue shade of Royal with the kind of plummy purple with the rose gold. I think it's just beautiful. So now we're gonna work on the lower lash line. Honestly, you could just leave it like this, but I love a smoky lower lash line. So I'm going to dip into Romance once again, that like deep plum purple. And I'm just gonna run this on the outer third of my eye and also connect it to the top. I feel like your eyeshadow always looks like a little crazy before you put on mascara. And then for the inner part of my eye, I actually really love using shimmers on the lower lash line on the inside of the eye. I think it's just like so flirty and so fun and just very magical. Now I'm debating if I use Frivolity or if I use Royal. I feel like I want to use Royal because it's just such a beautiful color, and I really want this pink right here to pop a lot. So if I put Royal here, this pink will be a lot more contrasted because it's only on one place in my eye. So just gonna dip in, definitely tap off the excess, and then I'm just gonna run it underneath my eye. I did not apply under eye concealer, but this probably would work better if you did apply under eye concealer, because then the eyeshadow would really have something to grip onto and stick to, but we're here anyway. So now it's like a little pop on the inner corner, because I do love an inner corner highlight. I'm gonna grab another flat shader brush, and I think I'm going to use Triumph right here, which is like a beautiful champagne gold. I'll whack it in there. It's like pretty subtle on my skin tone, but it like adds a little bit of spark to the inner corner, just a little bit of life. Also gonna add it right here, because I do love a brow bone highlight. I think it looks really nice, especially when the light catches it. It's just like, ooh. Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna throw on mascara and I will be right back. Okay, so I just added some mascara and a quick lip gloss. We're gonna finish the look with a little bit of blush because I can't ever leave the house without blush. I'm gonna be using, what?
I said, nor should you.
I'm gonna be using our Rococo Color Wash, which is our buildable cream blush. This is the best cream blush ever. It's vegan and cruelty-free. I'm gonna use the shade Youth right here. I'm just gonna tap into here, tap off the excess on the back of my hand, and start to dab it with my fingertips onto, I love this kind of shape on my cheekbones. I think it's really pretty. And I bring it up to this area. So fun. So that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out the Rococo palette on Kailav.com. This palette is my absolute favorite ever, not including our future launches that we've been working on. We do have a new launch coming in the spring and it is incredible. If you want to pick up this palette or anything from the Rococo collection, including our color washes, they are 14% off right now, which is very exciting. We don't do sales super often, so I would definitely recommend picking something up while we have the sale going on. It's 14% off the entire Rococo collection. I'll put the discount code in the info box down below. But I hope you guys like this look. This is my favorite look ever to do. I just love how it's like very like dreamy and like angelic and cotton candy and very sweet. I think it's so beautiful on brown eyes. It would work on any eye color, but for my brown eye girlies, I got you. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more tutorials from the Kailav team, including myself, my co-founder, who's also my younger sister and also sitting right there, say hi. Hey. Then definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'll be uploading twice a month, all sorts of looks. Definitely let us know what you're interested in trying and seeing from us in the future. We do have new collections coming out multiple times a year, so let us know what kind of art movements you want to see, what new products you want to see. Yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up and comment down below what you want to see next. Subscribe for more videos, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!